Miley Cyrus just humiliated herself, and it's all on camera. What fans thought would be a once-in-a-lifetime meet and greet turned into a brutal wake-up call, because what Miley did in London wasn't just rude, it was disrespectful, dismissive, and downright mean. This wasn't some behind-the-scenes moment. It was a public event, a vinyl signing that Miley promoted. Fans were invited. Some paid extra. Others waited hours just for a quick moment with her. And what did they get in return? Nothing. They walked up, hopeful and excited. And Miley Cyrus couldn't even look them in the eyes. She didn't smile. She didn't speak. She didn't even acknowledge them. Instead, she turned her full attention to supermodel Naomi Campbell, who sat beside her. The two of them whispered, laughed, and chatted, completely ignoring the fans who stood right in front of them. In one viral video, you can see the exact moment a fan poses for a photo. The photographer counts down, but Miley isn't even facing the camera. She's talking to Naomi. The fan walks away looking visibly upset. You can even hear someone mutter a curse word under their breath. And this didn't happen once. It happened again and again and again. Fan after fan approached with big smiles, only to be met with cold silence. Miley would toss their vinyl aside without even a glance. Naomi wouldn't even nod. It was like the fans didn't exist. One video was uploaded to Reddit with the caption, "Miley Cyrus and Naomi Campbell ignore fans at album signing." That post exploded. Thousands of upvotes, thousands of angry comments. People were furious. One top comment read, "I've been a Miley fan for 15 years, and this made me sick." Another said, "It's giving elitism." They acted like peasants were approaching them. Fans didn't just feel rejected, they felt betrayed, because this wasn't some secret paparazzi moment. This was a planned event, and Miley chose to treat her supporters like they were nothing. And when the backlash hit, did Miley apologize? Number. She tried to spin it. She posted a filtered, overly polished message on Instagram. She said the store didn't allow photos. She called the event a gift to fans. She claimed she saw so many familiar faces and sweet new ones, but nobody was buying it. Because the problem was never about taking pictures. It was how she treated the people standing right in front of her. This wasn't about a camera ban. This was about basic human decency. And Miley failed completely. Naomi Campbell jumped in to defend her. She posted glowing praise, calling Miley gracious and saying the night was fun. But her words didn't match the reality, because every video showed fans walking away disappointed, hurt, and ignored. And for a lot of people, this was the last straw. It wasn't just casual listeners turning away. It was die-hard fans, people who stuck by Miley through every era. Disney days, bangers, plastic hearts. They were finally done. They saw what she did, and they weren't going to forget it. But this isn't just about one bad meet and greet. This points to a bigger, uglier truth. Some celebrities don't respect their fans anymore. They love the money, they love the fame, but they forget the people who gave them those things in the first place. And Miley's behavior proved that. It was cold, it was calculated, and it was public. Even Matty Healy, who's no stranger to controversy, had something to say. Well, kind of. An old video of him resurfaced. In it, he slams paid meet and greets as disgusting. He says if artists are going to take money from fans, they should at least be willing to look them in the eye, shake their hand, be present. And he's absolutely right. Because watching that London footage, it's obvious Miley wasn't present. She didn't want to be there, she didn't care, and now she's paying the price. Her latest album, Something Beautiful, is tanking. Critics are calling it one of her weakest efforts. It barely made a dent in charts. Streaming numbers are way down. Physical sales, embarrassing. People aren't listening, and brands are noticing. Quietly behind the scenes, partnerships are being reconsidered. Fashion lines, makeup collaborations, even streaming platform deals. Nobody wants to be tied to a star who disrespects her own fans. And while Miley tries to post bright photos and fake smiles on social media, the damage is done. The internet doesn't forget. Neither do the people she ignored. They remember standing in front of her, hoping for a moment, and getting shut down. They remember being excited and walking away crushed. And they're telling everyone. The The truth is out. The videos are everywhere. The comments are brutal. The headlines are piling up. And Miley can't hide from it. She tried to brush it off. She tried to fake gratitude. But her silence in those videos says more than any caption ever could. She looked at her fans and chose to look away. Now the world is looking away from her. And honestly, she earned that. This could have been a celebration, a sweet moment between artist and fans, but instead, Miley turned it into a cold transaction, a conveyor belt of indifference. And while Naomi Campbell can post all the filtered group photos she wants, none of that changes what actually happened. The footage doesn't lie, and neither do the fans. Miley Cyrus thought she could act above it all, but instead of rising, she fell flat. She lost the respect. She lost the loyalty, she lost the moment, all because she couldn't be bothered to smile. She thought she could treat her fans like they didn't matter, but now Miley Cyrus is finding out just how much they really do, because they're done. And when fans walk away, the spotlight follows. But the worst part, Miley still doesn't get it. She thinks a caption, a few cute emojis, and a photo dump can fix everything. She thinks people will forget what they saw, how she treated the very people who helped her climb to the top. But this isn't 2013 anymore. You can't just post a "love you guys" and sweep it under the rug. People see through it now. The fans she ignored, they're not staying quiet. They're uploading their own clips, sharing personal stories. One fan described how she saved money for months just to fly to London for that meet and greet, and left in tears. Another said she's been following Miley since Hannah Montana, but now she's done supporting someone who acts like fans are beneath her. And those stories keep coming. Even people who weren't at the event are speaking up. They're posting about how this moment exposed something deeper, that Miley's been out of touch for a while now, that behind all the glam and PR, there's someone who no longer connects with real people. And it's not just her fan base. Industry voices are starting to whisper. Quiet conversations about whether Miley's attitude is becoming a liability, whether she's worth the investment, whether the fallout is already too far gone. Because one thing is crystal clear, this isn't just a bad moment. This is a pattern. Remember that film screening she showed up to earlier? Fans expected a performance. They were excited. Miley knew that. But instead of managing expectations or showing appreciation, she acted annoyed. She didn't clarify. She didn't explain. And when fans reacted, she treated them like the problem. That's the same pattern we saw at the vinyl signing. It's not about photos. It's about respect. And Miley keeps proving that she's not willing to give that anymore. She thought she could treat her fans like background noise. But now she's the one being tuned out. The illusion is shattered. The fandom is fractured. And Miley has no one to blame but herself. So don't let this be just another headline. Make sure the message is heard loud and clear. Fans deserve better. Not just from Miley, but from every celebrity who thinks fame means they don't owe people respect. If you agree, if you saw what Miley did and know it's wrong, share this story. Comment below if you were once a fan but feel differently now. Call out the behavior when you see it. Tag someone who needs to hear the truth. Unfollow, unlike, unsubscribe, whatever it takes to hold them accountable, because Miley thought she could ignore the people who gave her everything. But now, those same people are done. And once fans walk away, there's no encore.